and researched music stores near me, and we did not pop up. And I actually searched it inside of our music store, and we didn't pop up. So that was bad, right? No one wants that. The number one way people find out a product or service they're looking for is just through online research. So Googling, such as, music lessons near me, carpet cleaning company. The common keyword is probably carpet cleaning services near me. The Google, that's the number one way people find businesses, products or services that they're looking for. So it doesn't matter if you're selling a product or a service. Either way, you want to be higher up on Google, right? Everyone knows who Google is. Everyone probably uses Google. Does everyone use Google in here? Yep. And so the number two is word of mouth. Actually, a lot of people think word of mouth is the first one, but recent studies have shown that actually online research has surpassed word of mouth. So we really have to be online now. And I put in parentheses, social media is kind of a good way to use a word of mouth. Anyway, what does this information mean? Okay. Where your website pops up on Google is very important. So when I first started Music Scene 4 years ago, we did not have a Google My Business page, so we didn't pop up on Google. That's why we weren't where we wanted to be. So we can go to the next slide. Okay. So organic is what I say here. A lot of people, they think of marketing, they go, okay, well, I spend this much money a month on marketing. Well, it's good to spend a little bit of your money on marketing, but really primarily where you're going to get the most bang for your time and effort is actually from what's called organic. So actually just putting in time and effort is your best way to grow yourself on Google. What does this mean? This makes no sense almost. It's like, what do I do? Well, first thing you got to do is you got to have a Google My Business page. If you don't have that, your business doesn't have that, you won't pop up in local searches. Has anyone ever searched something and it popped up on Google Maps and they went there? So a lot of people have done that. And so that is just because that business has created a Google My Business page. I haven't looked, but I would say there's a good handful, a lot of people who don't even have a Google My Business page in our chamber. And it would just be imperative for everyone just to get that. It's free. It's very easy. You just have to email. So everyone should get that. If you don't have that, you should get a Google My Business page. Anyway, we can go to the next slide. So like we were just talking about, the number one mistake that small businesses or any business actually makes is not taking advantage of free services. Okay. So you see this big circle with a bunch of things in there, being Yahoo, Google, Facebook, and Yelp. You can pay money on all of those, of course, and a lot of businesses do, but really just using them and using the free services that they offer is the best way to grow your business. That's all I've done the last 4 years, really. I've gone on Google My Business and I just created our listing. All you have to do is put your name, your address, fill out the information, and then you're now on Google. It's very easy. I like to call it a no-brainer personally. That it really has helped us a lot, and it was very little work. So if there's one mistake that you need to fix, it's out of all of the mistakes that we list here, the three, it's the easiest one is this one. Just take advantage of free services. Google My Business is one. Facebook is one. The Facebook Marketplace is one. And yeah, you'd be surprised how easily you can just get your name out there. I'm going to give one quick example that has really helped us. We got on Nextdoor Neighbor and lessons. I actually also just searched music lessons near me. And I noticed Thumbtack popped up, Nextdoor Neighbor popped up. These apps, has anyone ever heard of these apps? Thumbtack, Nextdoor Neighbor. Yeah. And I never even really heard of them.
Nextdoor Neighbor.
You heard of Nextdoor Neighbor? It's free to just add your business on there, just in case people search, music lessons or whatever. It's free to put yourself on Foursquare, on Nextdoor Neighbor. There's Thumbtack. There's hundreds. Yelp.
What is Thumbtack?
Thumbtack is like you ever heard of Groupon almost?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like Groupon, but it's not for groups. It's just for you research a service, and Thumbtack gives you a list of businesses near you that offer that service. It's free. So you should put your business. So for whatever your service or product is, you should be putting it on all of these avenues because they're free. So they don't, there's no maintenance done on these. I created the Nextdoor Neighbor, our listing, and I haven't touched it since. And it's actually brought us customers. And all I did was spend 5 minutes making it, and it's brought us customers. Next door neighbor has brought us. Foursquare has brought us customers. Thumbtack has brought us customers. Facebook has brought us a lot of customers, and it was free. That's a different topic. But just all these new avenues to take advantage of that are free. Just pick one and try, because really, honestly, it's brought us a lot of customers with little work, and everyone likes that. A lot of money, little work. That's the best. That's the best phrase right there. This is probably the easiest way to make more money, get more customers with little work. Just create these listings on this big circle I have here. All of these are free services that help. We're not on all of them because, my God, that's overkill, I feel like, but we're on most of these. And guess what else? When you get on these, all of these talk to one another. I mean, they talk to Google. So when you're on all these, it tells Google that you care about your business. It looks at like Google looks at Yelp. If you're not on Yelp, Google goes, well, they don't really care that much. They put you down on their algorithm. So getting on these will help your Google listing too. So it's a no-brainer to get on as many of these as you can. So we can go to the next slide though. And I can help anyone with those too. If you're like, I don't know how to get on one of those, just let me know. And it's very easy. I can help anyone. They're all very similar. So here's Google My Business. Okay. Here's one that I wanted to just talk about extra. So a lot of people, when you go on Google and you search something, a lot of people don't understand that business has created a Google My Business page. That business has gone in there and put their name, their address, their phone number. And then once they've done that, they can then now pop up on Google. You don't just magically pop up on Google. Someone has to create that listing. So once you have, though, it tells Google that you care about your business. So immediately that helps a lot. And a lot of small businesses probably already have created Google My Business pages. So then their focus should be on how to optimize it, which should be posting once a month on it. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But if you don't have a Google My Business listing, I would highly recommend it. It's free. So we can go to the next slide.
The thing that we see as a chamber most is that when you Google a business, they have the incorrect phone number or the incorrect street address. So you have to keep
those
it
are
up.
really
you have
bad.
to make those changes.
Yes, those are
and
bad.
And it's really easy.
Google is very smart. Google is an organism almost. It's extremely smart and adaptive. So if you have put your address on there and it's wrong, they will flag you and they'll say you don't care. Google does not want to send people to the wrong business when people have used their service. So they flag people who don't have the right number, have the right address. It's extremely important. If you notice another member in the chamber doesn't have the right address or phone number, you should message them quickly. I mean, it's their job to do that, but it would help them a lot just to have the correct information on there. And here's another big thing: fill out all the information. Don't just put your address and your phone number. Put the products and services you offer. It's huge. It's a game changer. It takes 5 minutes to add the products or service that you offer on your Google My Business page. And once someone then Googles your service or product or something close to it, you have a way higher chance of popping up if you've added that onto your Google My Business page. I could help with that, but we don't have all the time in the world to go through everything. So we'll have to go to the next.
The content on your, correct me if I'm wrong, the content on your page, the more Google AdWords you have in there, the more opportunities for the algorithm to pick you up as well, correct?
Exactly. And see, I really liked what you just said there. You said more opportunities pop up, more avenues for people to find your business. Avenues are great if they're accurate. You can't be adding products or services that you don't offer on there. That would be bad. But yeah, more avenues. It's a good point, Ronnie, that people can find your business. So
I see so many mistakes with new businesses that I say they put too much thought into the name. And there's one in our town. So that if you Google it, you're not going to what you think you'll be going to. It takes you to more of a construction site instead of a site that is their business. So the name of our business is you want to find the optimal name for your business to wind up on the first 2 or 3 spots on the first page of Google as well.
Yes. That's absolutely right. Everything you're just saying, I agree with 100%. Your information has to be accurate. If your information is not accurate, it's very bad. Um, that's a good point, Ronnie. You said you own a business?
No, I don't. Years
You're
ago,
the
I had a scuba diving gear site. So that's where I learned about Google AdWords and the search engine optimization and
yeah, search engine.
stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so I see a lot of mistakes, like putting numbers in your title of your business and things like that that will keep you from being on the first page and let alone the top three on the page.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, a lot of businesses hear like the word SEO, like search engine optimization, and you can get intimidated. Here's one big part about marketing. People get intimidated a lot, and then they don't even go into it at all. Like creating their Google My Business page, it sounds like there's a million things that you can do, when honestly, doing the first 15 minutes of work that you do is the most important. Put your name, put your number, make sure it's right, put your address, put the products and service, and you cannot touch it ever again. And honestly, those 10-15 minutes were the best 10-15 minutes you have spent today. So, and you don't even have to, there's no you can choose not to have maintenance after that. The first 15 minutes will separate you from 80% of your competitors, honestly. So just spend the time just to at least look into it. And it's not intimidating. It's very, very straightforward. So Google My Business is. So yeah, I understand why people get intimidated though, because I was very intimidated when I first started. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just trying to learn as I go. Anyway, social media is another platform to use that I'm sure everyone's heard of, like Instagram, Facebook. So depending on what your target market is what I would tell your business to go into. If you're a business looking to, like carpet cleaners, you guys would probably want to use Facebook, in my opinion, probably because the person to make the buying decision to clean the carpets is usually the mom. Moms like Facebook. Okay. Snapchat probably wouldn't work too good for you guys. That's more for, middle school, high schoolers. Instagram, high schoolers, college, you have to kind of look at what your target market is, and then you can choose a platform, and then just pick one and just go. See how I said that? Pick just one and go. I'd rather you be good at one platform than bad at 7 platforms. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about TikTok?
TikTok, I think right now TikTok, the very tech savvy businesses, are going to be getting on TikTok very soon, or already are on TikTok, because I could see in about a year that TikTok will be. Right now, TikTok is mainly just a platform that people use to, just for social interaction and funny videos. That's how everything starts. Social, like Facebook 10 years ago, 15 years ago, was just so you could talk to your friends and see your friends' pictures. And now look at all the e-commerce it's doing. Look at Instagram 10 years ago. It was just a place to put pictures, and then just high schoolers had it, put pictures of themselves. Now look at all the e-commerce Instagram's driving. I think TikTok is going to be the same thing. So if you want to get ahead of the curve, you can get on TikTok. But if you haven't, made your Google My Business page, if you don't use at least one social media platform, I'm trying to talk to people who just need to put their attention in spots, take care of the easy stuff. Let's take care of the really easy stuff. But yeah, TikTok is definitely something
I
that's
think
going
it
to
would
be
be
big
difficult to do. It's not
to
as easy.
advertise.
It's not as easy as Facebook or
Yeah. Instagram.
Instagram.
Well,
So
Facebook and Instagram weren't very easy either 10 years ago. They
you're right.
changed themselves. And the TikTok is going to become when you get that big of a following, you get that many people, money talks. So they're gonna start driving more commerce and make it more business friendly. Right now it's very consumer friendly. It's going to become more business friendly, if I had to guess. TikTok, just like if they did the same thing as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook did, and YouTube. But just pick one. Figure out which one you want and pick one and go. That's basically what I would say to the 180 members in the chamber. We got to just pick one and try your best. So we can go to the next slide. Okay, so the Facebook Marketplace. This one's really interesting. Who here's used the Facebook Marketplace? Anyone? Becky has, my mom has, I know. So the Facebook Marketplace is just a place you can buy stuff from people near you, right? That are on Facebook. Very easy. It's very fast growing. Amazon actually admitted that Facebook Marketplace is their competition, is going to be their competition moving forward. So that's a big thing. When Amazon says that their Facebook Marketplace is growing very, very fast. If you have a product, you should be trying to sell it on the marketplace right now. It's another free way. It's another avenue, like Ronnie said, just to get your product out there. We just sold today a drum set off the Facebook Marketplace. An hour ago, a $650 drum set sold because he saw it on the Facebook Marketplace and he came in here. He's a 55-year-old guy. He doesn't use Google. He wasn't tech savvy, but he uses Marketplace. That's another thing about the Facebook Marketplace. People who aren't tech savvy are still taking advantage of this. So you can get that older generation of people that aren't tech savvy. This guy was a perfect example. He might not know what a computer was, but he still, yeah. So I also put a note there, as you guys can see, you don't always have to be selling on the marketplace. You can be buying. We buy a lot of our used instruments off of the marketplace. Used trombones, used trumpets, used piano, because we repair them ourselves. But guess what else that does? It drives people to our store. We buy a trumpet from someone for a great deal. They come in our store, they see we give piano lessons. It's a driver. It's the Facebook Marketplace has been a huge driver to all of our business units, because we'll buy stuff from people, we'll sell stuff to people, and then when they come in our doors, they then see all the products. The key is get them into your door. Marketplace is another way to do it, and it's a great way to do it. I would take advantage of it if you aren't already.
One thing I like about Facebook Marketplace is you can dial in your audience so you don't get traffic that is never going to purchase from you or
Yes.
or anything like that.
Yes, that's another good point. Facebook Marketplace is the most targeted audience that you're going to get, because they're right next to you. They're looking for what you have. If they search trombones and you're selling a trombone on the market, they're right near you and they want to buy a trombone. I mean, what better lead is that, right? Exactly. So good point by Ronnie there. Another good one. You know a little bit about marketing, don't you, Ronnie?
I work on it.
He works on it. That's good. We can go to the next slide. Oh, wait, I was gonna make one more note. Sorry about the marketplace, but you can stay on this slide. Our repair guy, my repair guy actually logs into his Facebook, and he goes every morning and looks on the marketplace at instruments that look dirty. The people are trying to sell them for like $30, and he just messages him and says, "Hey, I can clean that and you can sell it for more." A bunch of people have brought in their instruments and used our repair service because of this, and then they have sold their instrument for a lot more money. So just use the marketplace not just to sell stuff. Think outside the box with it, because a lot of people are getting on the marketplace now, so you have to separate yourself. Think outside the box with it, basically, is my point there.
And you can, I'm sorry. One
Go
thing
ahead.
you can do on Marketplace too, it's very handy, is if you don't know the value of something you have, you can find out what they're actually selling for and what the market is for them.
That's a great point too. It's a great point to figure out what the used market looks like. How much does a used clarinet? I'm just using musical instruments as examples because that's our business. But how much does a used clarinet go for? How much does a used whatever your product is? I realize that services are not, you can't post services on the Facebook Marketplace, but if you're really able to get nifty and you never want to cheat the system, but think outside the box. There's ways you can offer products that can maybe lead to your services, or you can buy stuff that maybe lead into conversations that talk to you about your services or something. It's another way to get people's foot in the door. Anyway, so
because the consumer is very smart. Even I'm on Facebook Marketplace, they're very smart. And one of the first words they'll ask you, are you a business? And that gives you an opportunity to say, yes, I am a business, but this is the kind of business I am, and I'm professional in what I do. Exactly.
And people are willing to pay more on the Facebook Marketplace if they're dealing with a business. they're willing to spend more money if they're dealing with a business on the marketplace than they would be if they were buying just from someone out of their house. So if you're posting on the marketplace as a business, treat it like a business. When you look at other posts, they might look really bad because people are posting them, from their house and whatnot. And they're not business, they're just doing it on the side. You as a business want to make sure you have professional, really good looking pictures, good captions, because you are reflecting on your business when you're doing this. So I see a lot of businesses get a little lazy on those. We have fallen victim to that too on the marketplace, posting lazy stuff. You never want to post lazy stuff when you're posting about your business. Anyway, the second mistake is just not creating a marketing plan. So this is another way I think people get intimidated. They don't know where to start. Marketing is like throwing a dart at a board and praying it works. That's sometimes what marketing is. But if you don't create a marketing plan, it's going to be hard to tell what worked and what didn't. It does not have to be extensive. We, a couple years ago, we just decided to start trying to create a marketing plan for each period. And it's very simple. It was just like post 3 times a month on Facebook. Make your goals so unbelievably attainable when you're starting your marketing plan that there's no way you can't hit it, because then you can build from there. Doing something is always better than doing nothing, right? Well, at least when it comes to marketing. Doing nothing's the worst, because then you won't learn about your business, and you won't grow your business. So pick something very small. An example I said was, I researched when I first got here how to grow a small business. I just Googled it, how to grow a small business. Little did I know I would go down a path, and here I am 4 years later. But I just did exactly what they said. They said, start a Google My Business page. I made one. It said post 3 times a week on Facebook. I just started doing that. I made the plan. I've been doing it, and we've grown a lot since then. But I started very small. That's what I would say. Start very small and very easy, and then go from there. We can go to the next slide. So like I was just saying, pick a social media platform and plan. We're just gonna use Facebook as an example. We have a calendar here at Music Scene, and I know on Tuesday, the second Tuesday of every month, I have to post about music lessons. So it's hard to be creative every day. So if you actually plan when and what you're going to post, you have a way higher chance of actually posting it and staying on top of it. If you just tell yourself, I'm going to post once a month, that's so vague that it's probably going to happen. You're going to look at your calendar on the 30th or the 31st, and you're going to go, oh, I haven't posted, and you're going to throw something down. But if you say, I'm going to post 4 times this month, each one on a Wednesday, and then you actually plan what the post is going to be, it's so much easier that day to pop up, oh, today I have to post about music lessons. Okay. And then you do it. It's so much easier. And we've been able to stay on top of our posting because of this calendar. It's been a game changer, and it seems like common sense, but really just executing and having the discipline to do it will pay off massively in the long run. So,
and when you're consistent on doing that, it also gets people looking on that day. What are they posting? They get their curiosity is to look out and find out what you're posting this week or this month or what have you.
And when you post consistently, your customers and your Facebook followers start to anticipate your post. Oh, it's Wednesday. Okay, Music Scene's gonna post them. You have a higher chance of popping up on their Facebook news feed if you post consistently, because they'll be looking for it. They're much more likely to like it, comment, or share. So consistent, like seriously, I think the best thing that I ever did was decide to post. I chose what I was going to post when, and I just wrote it down, and I picked the days. They were kind of blind, honestly, how I picked the days. I tried to pick my less busy days, but just pick them. It doesn't take long to make a post, and it's a no-brainer, really. Posting 3 times a week, really, even if you're a big business, small business, whatever your goals are, consistent posting is extremely important. And then the last mistake, go ahead.
It's important to keep it fresh too,
Keep
you don't want to become redundant in your post.
Don't post one and then use it next week. It's the same thing. Don't do that. Yeah. But once you have about 30 or 40, 50 posts, which we do, you can kind of start cycling. People have forgotten what they saw like 2 years ago or a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? So you can eventually, the maintenance on it's very easy once you kind of get it going. The hardest part is starting and choosing those days, but that is the most important step to take. The last one is the hardest one. It takes some serious self-discipline to do this one, but once again, as a business, if you do this, you're going to separate yourself from most of your competitors, to be honest. Sorry, what did Becky say here? I'm seeing that Facebook is going to do it with page like. Okay, so followers are going to be. You read that somewhere on an article.
Actually was told that from a gentleman by the name of Frank Kinney, who's kind of a social media
whiz.
Yeah, and he just said that Facebook is going to do away with the page likes, but the followers are going to mean more. So you would just follow instead of like the page.
Yeah, that's a good comment. Right now, I know Music Scene, we have 1,800 people who like our page, but we have 1,824 followers. We have more followers. And I think when you like the page, you automatically follow it, but there's a way you can follow it without liking it right now.
Right.
So they're just going to do away with the likes, I think. And
yeah,
so
that's my understanding. I haven't heard when that's going to happen, but
yeah. And one thing that you got to know is when you do your first post on Facebook, you're probably not going to get many likes and comments. Here's why. You're not going to pop up on anyone's newsfeed except for your moms and your brothers. So when Music Scene first started, guess who our number 1 and number 2 and number 3 fan was? Guess who they were? It was me, my mom, and my dad. We posted everything, comment on everything. We liked everything. I actually took their names and passwords and I did it myself. I shared, you don't want to come across as annoying. You definitely cannot come across annoying, but you are your biggest fan when you start. You do have to, because once someone likes any of your posts, then they'll see your post in the future. They have to like it though. And no one, if you haven't done a social media campaign or haven't done anything on social media posting wise, or you've only done it once every couple weeks and you haven't gotten much traction, it's because you're not posting often enough and you're not liking your own stuff at the beginning, which sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. But you got to do what you got to do to start to get the ball rolling. So if everyone in Andover, if all the small businesses would start posting more often, more quality posts, it would help them so much. And then they all got Google My Business pages. It would just, if all 180 chamber members did that, it would separate Andover from Wichita, the businesses. It really would. It just completely separate us from that. I mean, it just would. So we got to figure out a way how to get the members to do it. But anyway, we can go to the next one. Oh, I guess. I did make a note here. You don't have to be the best marketer in the world to track your numbers. Just pick one thing to track. Pick one thing and then track it. Pick your post. Okay, this post got 5 likes. This post got 30. Why? And then you learn more about your business. You learn more about your customers. Oh, my customer, for example, Music Scene. If I posted a picture of a piano and said this is for sale, we might only get 3 likes. But if I posted a picture of a 9-year-old girl playing it amazingly, a video with a nice caption, she just started 6 months ago, it gets hundreds of likes, right? Now we've learned our customers like seeing kids play piano. That seems like a no-brainer, but you learn a lot by your posting. That's one thing that people don't talk about. When you post, you learn more about your customers. When they don't it.
Yeah, I've learned, Kyle, that you start where they are, not where you are.
Exactly. You don't get to post what you want to see. You got to post what they want to see. Too many people post what they want. You got to, before you post, before you hit the button to post, you need to say, put yourself in their shoes and then try your best to put their hat on and then read the post and think because if they're not going to like it, they're not, that's not good. So anyway, we can go to the next.
Facebook does have, social media has analytics that you can just get a report and
that's what's on the next slide.
Oh, sorry.
I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's Google.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what Becky just said, the analytics, and they're all free. Guess what? They're all free. They give you these are free numbers to learn about your customers. It is very important to do this. Very, very important. But in my experience is a total guess, but I'd say 1 in every 10 people actually track their numbers. Businesses, 1 in 10, if I had to guess. It might even be worse than that, to be honest. We just started tracking our numbers more diligently 1 year ago. So just a year ago, we started doing this. So, but it's really helped. And here's why. Google Analytics, one, it's free. It tells you how many people were on your website every day. It tells you at what time they got on your website. It tells you what they did on your website. So guess what? If your homepage is horrible and they get to your website and everyone's getting to your website and they're dropping off on your homepage, that means your homepage is bad. So we actually had to remodel a lot of pages on our website because people were getting to certain pages and leaving because they were performing. I thought they were good, but they weren't. Our customers didn't think they were good. So I had to swallow a pill and change. Even though I liked it, I had to swallow a pill and change some pages. I learned that through Google Analytics. You go on, you log in, and then you can click behavior. You can see where they arrived. Okay, they arrived at your homepage. Then they went to this page, your cleaning service page. Then they went to your contact page. And then they called you. That's very useful information. They went here, and then they called me. Or they went here, and they left my site. Okay, that page where they left, let's think about that. Let's fix that. Let's go fix that page. Any business should be changing their website every week. At least you should be on your website changing something. One, it's fresh. Every time you click publish on your website and you change it, or whoever does that for you, it's fresh. It tells Google they care. They're at least trying to update it. If it hasn't been touched since 2016, your website, if it's just up there, Google sees that and they flag you. So yeah, these are free services. Facebook Analytics, same exact thing. Free service. You get to see exactly how many people saw your post and how many people actually liked your post or clicked on your post. If I have a post that 2,000 people saw and it got 1 comment and 1 like, I would probably never post that again. Right? If I saw a post that had 100 people saw it and 50 liked it, I would ask myself, why did only 100 people see this post, but also half the people liked it? So something was good about this post. That's traction, though. These are all numbers you can find in these analytics, which are free. They're absolute, and you get to learn so much about your customer. You think you know about what you know about your customer because you deal with them all day. I thought I knew what our customers wanted just by talking with them and being in business, but really you don't, because they're nice to your face, obviously. But when they're online and they're on their computers, they're savages. They're not nice. They're way different. So we got to market differently. So yeah, they're savages, those guys out there. Anyway, we can go to the next slide. There we go. Thank you for watching. So I wrote here 3 things to fix. Pick one free marketing service or platform that you're not using, and I guarantee out of all of those, every one of us could pick one and then use it. It's just another door. It's just another door for people to come to our business. If you're not on Foursquare, get on Foursquare. If you're not on Yelp, get on Yelp. Yelp is surprisingly a pretty good door. It's actually really good. I could go more into it. The main reason why I use Yelp is actually for Google. Google looks at Yelp is their number 2. If you're not on Yelp, Google goes, yeah, you're not serious. Does that make sense? So I'm only on Yelp to help my Google listing. So pick one. And then I also said, create a better marketing plan. If you had no marketing plan, then it should be easy to beat that marketing plan. So plan something about your marketing, even if it's, like I said, post every Tuesday on Facebook or post every Wednesday on Instagram. Pick one and start, because at least you've started. Okay. That's better than doing nothing, especially when it comes to marketing. And the last
one thing I see too is people get comfortable and think, well, my business is pretty good, but I'm the opinion you're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. You don't want to stay the same.
Yes, Ronnie, he is right. I need to have a lunch with Ronnie. That's a really good point. You're either moving forward or you're moving back. You're either reacting or you're proactive. You're either going to be proactive about marketing or you're going to be reactive. If you're reactive, you're probably not in first place. You're not going to be the best business. And not everyone has to be the best, but you do need to look where you want to be in a year, and you need to take those steps necessary to get there. And then basically I also just said track more than you tracked last month. Most of us probably didn't track anything in the Andover Chamber of Commerce, and most businesses across, you tracked nothing. You did a bunch of posts and you kind of could remember, oh, this one was good or this one was good. Actually just track something, write it down. And then because once you track it, you get better. You get a lot better, a lot faster if you track. If all the Andover Chamber of Commerce's businesses just did these 3 things, all 180 of them, it would help each business. And a lot of them are doing good, but we all just need to do better of talking to one another and helping each other out, because a lot of it's free and easy. So yeah, that's my SpongeBob. Thank you for watching there. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole slide. But I also wanted to leave it open to any questions. I know that there's some businesses like Capital. Who was that from Cap Fed? Tina?
Yep.
It's probably hard to, I mean, Cap Fed is a pretty big business, isn't it? And you probably don't deal with the are you part of the marketing team or?
No, they do most of our online marketing for us, actually all of it. And they want to be careful with regulations and stuff, but I do marketing of my own where I send cards out, handwritten cards out to customers. And so you gave me a good idea about tracking, because I always notice that when I send them out, I hear from my old customers, but I really have no idea how many. Yeah.
So,
and are they calling me just to say hi, or am I actually getting more business from them?
See, very good. And that's track. And she was able to apply it to, she's in a big business. She doesn't have to do Google My Business. She doesn't have to do all that stuff, but she still was able to apply tracking your numbers and then getting better moving forward. That's a really good point. So you send out thank you cards to your customers who have done business with you?
Yeah, I actually send cards out about 3 times a year to my customers.
That's awesome. And that's a great remarketing strategy too, because you can drop a little note. Oh, by the way, we also, we're doing this year. I'm sure you probably are taking advantage of that. That's a great remarketing tactic. Yeah. So that's a good point. I was glad you were still listening. I said your name. I was like, I don't know if she's still in here. So I appreciate it. Yeah, does anyone else have a question or anything at all? I can try my best to answer it about marketing or is the carpet cleaning person still on here? Sue?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you a smaller business, bigger business?
Just small, my husband, and then we have 1 employee, and we just kind of did what you were talking about, is we just refocused. We're redoing our website. I got Google My Business going. I have Facebook posts lined up mid-March through mid-May, once a week.
Yeah, she's doing it. That's awesome. You had it lined up too. So yeah,
I'm actually retired from full-time employment, but my husband put me to work in the business.
Oh, okay. Now you have to do marketing, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Hey, well, it sounds like you're doing a good job. You're already planning posting. That took me 3 years to learn how to do. We didn't do that for the first 3 years. Yeah, we just kind of did it and hoped. But it was better. Once again, it was better than nothing, because I learned a lot about our customers. Posting is still better, But yeah, you're planning that. But the Facebook Marketplace would be interesting for a carpet cleaning service. There's probably ways to utilize the marketplace. We could talk about that maybe at lunch or some. If anyone wants to reach out to me, I could email you guys. I'm sure we have the emails of everyone who's in here. I'd like to email some of you guys, and maybe you guys have questions in the future. We get to just talk in the future. I like learning about new businesses anyway, because it helps me get a new perspective on my business. So I'll reach out to you guys and and I have an idea to send to you, Sue. You said you're remodeling your website, kind of.
Yep.
I have a couple of videos that I think would be not my videos, but someone else on YouTube that really helped me remodel my website. It was for service businesses like yours. So I'll send you those.
Great.
If I can get you your email. Yeah, that's awesome.
Becky, did you retrieve my email?
I haven't looked, but I believe it's on our database. So yeah, I will get that. Or if you want to just put it in the chat.
Oh, you're asking a lot.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I could just look it up in the data. It's online in the Andover Chamber, isn't it?
No, she's from
I'm
Grand
from North
Forks,
Dakota.
South Dakota, or North Dakota.
Yeah, what state are you guys in?
We're in
Kansas.
Kansas.
It's
Kansas,
windy.
okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I will email you guys. And if you, like I said, Tina, Sue, anyone, Molly, if you guys have any questions or just want to meet up for lunch, I know that some of you guys aren't from around
Sure,
here.
I'll come for lunch. It's got to
Yeah.
be warmer there than here.
No, it's really not, Sue.
It's
Don't.
-4.
don't-
It's -4.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're -4 here, so it's not really warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we're probably -11.
Yeah.
And y'all need to know that you're more than welcome to reach out to me anytime. I'm just that kind of person that if I can help you or you just want to complain or anything else, feel free to reach out to me anytime.
I see it, Sue. Hey, Ronnie, where are you from? You're the mayor, you said,
Yeah, I'm
Mayor
the mayor.
here.
of Andover.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I've never lived more than 30 miles from this very spot.
Okay. Where's that at? Where are you actually? Are you in Andover right now?
Actually, right now I'm in Wichita, but I've lived in Andover for 30 years.
Dang.
So
You've been here longer than I have.
raised
been
a
here.
family and foster children through the schools. And
That's
so
awesome.
I've been here a minute, watched it grow from nothing to what they've done
Well-
with it. They've done a tremendous job.
I'd like to talk to you sometime and maybe have lunch with you, Ronnie, sometime if you're interested. I mean, you being the
Absolutely.
mayor, there's some things I'd love to ask you. So that'd be awesome. So I'll reach
Yep.
out to you.
You just, anytime you want, and Becky can shoot you my information. That'd be
Yep.
great.
Perfect. That'd be awesome. Well, thank you guys for listening to me talk for an hour. I appreciate
Well,
that.
Kyle, thank you very much for doing this for us. And just to reiterate a little bit, when I have new members that come on, I probably don't do this with the existing members as much as I should, but to think about using the chamber in your marketing plan when you do create that, because we send out a
Yes.
newsletter every week, and that is a part of a benefit of
Yes.
being a member.
And guess what? That's just a free service right there.
Exactly.
That's another one. I didn't write it down. That's a
Yeah.
free service. And Becky just pointed out another. That's easy.
Yeah.
We should take advantage of that. Okay.
And there's several ways to do that through news releases. If you say you have somebody in your company that is got a promotion or, got a special recognition or something like that, we'd love to help honor that.
Yeah.
So get us that information, or, maybe it could be just as much as, or as little as, you've changed like Molly changed the logo and the rebranding,
Yeah.
trying to get that out to the members, because it
Because
takes,
they got to know,
yeah, and it takes a while for people to
understand
realize that. So
Yeah. They go, what's
we-
this? Yeah.
we want to be able to help our members through that. So keep us in mind in your marketing plan as you create one, if you haven't got one right as of now. So
I do
Hey,
want to say
Kyle?
one more thing about
yes,
the chamber. I just want to say one more last thing. The chamber has been for the music scene a huge marketing platform. I can't sit here and say, hey, this is how much money we've made because of being in the chamber. I can't say that. I haven't tracked those numbers, but here's what I can say. I can say that one thing that small businesses, especially nowadays, you can get comfortable and you can just do your thing and keep doing the same thing, go through the motions. The chamber almost doesn't allow you to do that because you have to meet other people. It makes you uncomfortable. That's important. We got to learn how to be uncomfortable every once in a while. You got to talk to other businesses. It's huge. Word of mouth is still the second leading way to get new customers. Number one is digital marketing. Number two is word of mouth. Chamber of Commerce is a walking word of mouth. And on top of that, you get valuable information like loans and stuff. It's great. The chamber brings great value. If you put in a little bit of effort, it goes a long way. So thank you, Ben.
I agree with you, Colin, and networking, which I do continually for our city. The dividends are just ridiculously well. And it's not hard to do, to go sit down and have a Coke somewhere, or just make appearance in other businesses, and everybody wants to talk. So
Everyone likes to talk.
it's a way to go. And Kyle, I really appreciate what you've done today. It's spot on.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Ronnie. Well, maybe we should get a Coke together sometime. That would be awesome. So
All
I'll
right,
reach
brother.
out to you. Thank you guys. You have
Well,
a,
thank you, everybody.
yeah.
You have a great rest of the day, and hopefully here in Andover that the power outage doesn't last very long if it does
Yeah.
happen.
Hopefully you're not in the middle of something that requires a lot of
Yeah,
power.
yeah. Luckily, the hospital's not going to be affected, so that's,
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
That's good.
that's good. I was
That's
kind of worried
important.
about that. So they're, that'll be good. So everybody take care of yourself and thank you so much. And Mark, yes, I will get you
Yes.
copies of the slide.
Okay, cool. Thank
All
you,
right,
Becky.
guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Everyone
Bye.
have a
Thank
good
y'all.
day.
Appreciate
Bye.
you.
Yep.